Hey everybody, back with a pre-video before the main video, but I'm in reluctance to actually make, take the time to go through some of his points, and basically because as I say, it's not going to get any traction. You might get some extra views because people will think it's drama, if you know what I'm saying. And that does, I notice sometimes, or more than sometimes, bring in more traction and views on a video. But again, we're not, for the most part, trying to argue with anybody. Through whatever said or how it's said, regardless of tone. At the end of the day, you're just trying to bring realization about a specific topic or subjects, whatever. And the reluctancy stems or root cause, as I've come to now distinguish, which is like such an annoyance. It's not like a depression, it's just more of an annoyance via the realization and keyword or words reconfirmation, or I'll say it this way, hard-coded reconfirmation. Yeah, those are the keywords. Or I could even bring in one more word: reality hard-coded reconfirmation. As I've pointed out a bazillion times, it doesn't matter if it's auditors. Have I had any good, acknowledgement other than maybe one reply comment on one of their videos where I've initially made a comment to obviously give them a heads up about this information and why they should learn and apply it and relay it on, on their walkabouts, if you may, when they do their auditing, and of course, namely at police stations. Again, do I have to bring up Matt Ratana? Do I have to bring up Liverpool? With all the symbolism, the numbers, do I have to bring up the forecasts? Again, James English, have you contacted Zach? Zach, have you had any contact from James English? Because I know I left a couple of messages there, probably about 2 months ago now, and not the first time. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That was an accident. I shouldn't even have done that. We'll get to that. If you're already up to speed, fantastic. If you don't, or if you got a mind, well, whether you have or you haven't, don't worry. We'll get to it. Do you know what? This may not even be the pre-video. Now I've started it, it's just like, should we just go through these guys' points? I know I've got enough space now. I don't have to worry. Yesterday I thought I had 2 gig of space. I've started recording. Little did I know I didn't have hardly any space. So it was still recording, and then when I pressed, finish or whatever, stop, it said error, and it had a little white screen on the little view box where you could instantly play the video. And I was like, oh man, that was a decent hour, 10 minutes. But again, the reluctancy of, even yesterday, how many tag-ins and at-yous did I do for Zach? Let alone a few days before when I made a slight mistake with the comment situation. Because it turned up the next day magically. So the day I did it, I couldn't see it on the same. Basically, I started on one account, couldn't see that message on a different account. So then I went to another account, left the message, couldn't see it at all on either account. So I was like, what in the world is going on? So anyway, under 24 hours later, it magically appears. That does happen sometimes, but as I say, it's just like a bit of a recipe for, again, annoyances, unnecessary, because then, whoever the recipient is, or namely myself in this occasion, you can take things out of context, maybe by accident, misconstrued, whatever. Yeah. But also dealing with the type of people that you're dealing with, they even add to the fire automatically, because these people don't engage how you would normally engage. and that's whether they engage or not. As sometimes as they are, you know. Hold on a minute here. Something going on in the background. So again, no traction with what needs to get traction with. Again, shout out to, you know, he's pounding pavement, all that type of stuff. Nobody's knocking none of that. But what we are going to assess and analyze here is attitude, behavior, you know, reading between the lines with some of the things he's saying, because, you know, he's probably thinking of, you know, saying something more or worse, or, you know, out of pocket or unnecessary. That'll be the main word, just unnecessary. Yeah. We're also going to look at IQ. Does it mean because you've brought something forth, like what you've brought forth, again, the script and the code, or even if you didn't bring this forth, just with this type of attitude that this person or people have just in general, or may have, as I say, as much as we're looking at him under the microscope, this is still going to go to a bit of generalization, as you know, we go through it, as I've broken down in topics before. You know, it's not always like a straight point the finger, because it's a general thing. You know, there's how many people that will think like this, and this is the problem. So again, because you bring something forth, or even if you didn't bring something forth, like, you know, the script code or whatever, as I just said, but just knowing that, okay, you know, usually top of your class or whatever it is, yeah, or even if you weren't that great in school, but then you've still got a type of intelligence or whatever. My point is, does that mean or give you an allowance to then belittle others? And my point, what I'm getting to is, with this situation, belittling others, where what you're talking about yourself, Zach, it doesn't make sense for you to have this stance. So then again, it leads on for us to think, or myself and others to think, okay, what is this person about? Is it just cognitive dissonance? Is he a paid to do it turbulence troll? My point is, you know, I've pointed this out a bazillion times. There's nothing wrong with having arrogance and ego, you know, a little pinch, you know, that can help you persevere through. But again, don't let that then cloud your judgment, if this be the case. Don't let that cloud your judgment upon something so obvious, blatant, and in your face. And then to say about, as we're going to hear him say when we get into the video, not this past video, we've got a present video from the other day. What was I gonna say? Oh my god, there's two things that was in my mind. The other thing will come back. What other one that I thought about? Excuse me. Don't worry, it's all gonna come back. But basically, you know, you want to wonder why people will make a subgroup, and it's not that to be better, or we're better, or Dr. Savage is trying to, you know, Dr. Xavier or some type of whatever, you know, Samuel Jackson's character, you know, Avengers, whatever you want to call it. Like, to be better in that way, how you're, you know, like football teams. No, this is in the sense of sincere integrity and honesty, with no matter where the truth takes you, that's where you go. And when the truth is authentic and is evidence-based and not fanciful, with a load of CGI and cartoons and, you know, the GIF, you know, the GIF picture, the moving little picture there that you have for the solar system, corkscrewing through the cosmos. So my point is, if you're so sometime-ish, out of order, rude, unnecessary, etc. Now, I'm not going to say that because I don't know all of Rambo's thing or whatever. I'm not going to say that it's always XYZ, but I know from, you know, personal I know a lot of the time it's going to be because of your attitude, how you are, etc., etc. And as I say, it's all good doing the pound in the pavement and wanting to bring people together and, oh yeah, man. And same what you say, you know, online, or, you know, when you're doing your live streams. As I say, there's many aspects of yourself that I'm totally with. But then it comes to this simple, easy subject. Again, we don't profess to know everything over here. We're doing the best with what we can do, with the tools that we get, the little bit of tech that we can have. Sending up balloons, you know, no fisheye lens, etc. Yeah? And or just using the internet like myself against said situations. As in, quick example, like as I've shown how many times, I may show it later on, but I just want to just get like the intro spill out the way, and then we're just going to let him, for this part, we're just going to let it play, and then for the next part, I will be stopping and pausing with the present day stuff, yeah, but we just want to see contrasting. So anyway, my point is, we're not even contrasting because it's the same, literally the same spell. It's not, it's definitely not contrasting. So excuse me for even saying that word by mistake. It just shows that the attitude is the stank attitude that he has, as with certain other people, when it even comes to just the mantra in general. But anyway, let me finish what I was going to say. So, just like he did before, and I may show it in this video, you can have them going on a spacewalk. A spacewalk, yeah? I will split the screen. I will show you the GIF of the solar system. Yeah, the picture, motion, little picture, the GIF, GIF. Cartoon. Corkscrewing, etc. All the motions, you know, hurtling through the cosmos. On a split screen with them doing their spacewalk, or I could have a dock into the station, you know, SpaceX, the modules dock into whatever part of the ISS. My point is, they say that the ground is physically spinning 1,000 miles an hour. Not only is the ground spinning, but the whole object, aka the Earth, is also orbiting at 66.6 thousand miles an hour. Then it's being dragged by the sun's gravity, going 550,000 miles an hour. So imagine spinning, orbiting, and corkscrewing through the cosmos. Now, I might as well just hit the home run with this one right now, because again, in the present one, you'll hear him say, in the present clip that we're going to show, you'll hear him say about, oh, the Earth does one rotation. He doesn't mention any other motion, but watch how we body bag him in nanoseconds, and to show the hypocritical contradictionary nature of this individual. Again, whether he's a pay to do it troll or if he's not. And again, how is it that you can easily heart, if I was to say a normal type of comment, oh, great video, is heart in the comment. How comes how many tags and whatever's at you from the comment stuff the other day? And since what was going on when I jumped into your stream, or started playing the stream, and hold up, and you was saying what you were saying to true earthers, bundling us all as one, and what you was basically saying to Dr. Savage 84. So again, before we listen to him, we're analysing. And this other thing, I even saw a comment of him from him yesterday. There's somebody that was saying, oh, Dr. Savage, I used to follow him and watch his stuff. And then I think they wanted to say maybe something along the lines of where he's going to be unhinged or whatever. And then said whatever else they said in their paragraph. And then Zach's come up now. Remember as well, this is after I've been leaving comments. Of course, he finds this comment. He responds to it. Probably hearted it as well. I think I got the screenshot there. But anyway, dub play is, what does he say? He says the definition of mental illness, excuse me, again referring to Dr. Savage, yeah, and others alike, obviously, you know, because he is bundling us all together. Now, note, how would I say, the stagnation and the dumbing down of one's audience, in the sense of, you know, whether it's we'll get to Brother Batio Sanchez. I'm not saying that the majority of your stuff is stagnating, but if you're not even adding, why are you not adding? Or as I say, get somebody on once a month to go through the news on the Gematria side. What's wrong with that? Why have you not done that yet? I've been saying that to you for ages. Like, yeah. But as I say, you'll notice with ever who it is, whether it's, you know, high impact flicks, you know, oh, he's not showing the Gematria or whatever, or somebody else that might show something, you know, half decent or really decent, but then they're not showing this next piece, or they're showing the Gematria, but they're not showing that or mentioning in their trainer for XYZ. Like how I will say specific stuff. It's like, how is that possible? Again, we'll get back to some of that. Again, like when Zach will say, oh, the sun's 93 million miles away on average. Or he says, they say. Who says? Oh, they say. Is it truth? Does it really seem that far? Again, we'll get back to that later on when it comes back into my mind. You know? How that's all, how would I say? Understanding and foundation setting. Yeah? That's what I will say. Again, understanding the torus field. Again, that's why, you know, why the sun and the moon do the figure 8. The hourglass, the other name, as they will say, you know, inside the hyperboloid torus field. You know, we broke down atmosphere, ionosphere, stratosphere, magnetosphere, you know, ionosphere. But again, magnetosphere, magnetism, torus fields. Again, you have a torso, your aura, your torus field of energy. My point is, before we move, and I give you the dub plate of how crazy, because again, we're looking at, for him to be able to even throw out those type of terms and not even check yourself. And my point is, we're looking at years now. This isn't, you know, 17 days ago. This is in 2017, this first video that we're going to play, and then we're going to look at 2023, nearly half a year in. We're in May now, just started, you know. Also, I want you to think about his minions that he will have. Again, we'll bring it up again later. We'll show it on the live, with the live stream, because you'll see what's going on. But also think about then the domino effect of having the type of minions that he has, you know, in his live stream, whether it's Rick James, whether it's Disambiguation 144, that's Nate, or Charmed One, that will shut down anybody that speaks out of a certain box. And also note, how comes none of these people with the dub plates that I will say after understanding stuff that I got from somebody and then making sense of it, something else over here, I'm like, oh shit, of course, and these two don't even join it. All right, let me join it. That makes sense, because it makes sense. I'm not just trying to join it to make fun. Yeah. You know, that's why we easily can see through the spell casting what's going on. Yeah. So my point is, for, you know, whether it's him or his little minions that he's got to, you know, shut you down as soon as you say something or a specific thing. Again, these are the same people that are like, oh, let's come together. You know, we're against freedom of speech. I mean, we're for freedom of speech, excuse me. You know, big tech suppressing, you know, look at YouTube, what they do with the algorithm stuff and all of this type of stuff, let alone even just trying to leave a simple comment, even though I know certain channels you can set stuff up, that keywords that, you know, that you might type, and obviously it probably just makes your whole comment disappear or whatever. But we know that they've upped it a little bit, yeah? So it's very hypocritical, contradictory to the nature that you profess to say you're on, you know what I mean? It doesn't, like, so again, you can't blame people, they're making subgroups, or somebody like myself that's saying, hey man, I'm clearly an ally here, that don't even get to, well, he's probably mentioned my channel twice since I've been uploading videos, found a subject, both at the same time, True Earth and Gematria in 2016, started putting out videos in 2019. And Zach's known of me since 2016-17. So, ongoing. It's not like I'm just some, you know what I mean? So my point is, again, whether it's Brother Batio Sanchez, in and out of communities, as I've already brought down, whether it's auditors, what is this? Either no acknowledgement, as I've been breaking down recently, or as I say, they might reply to a comment on the auditors channel. So I've left a comment, they might reply, but then there's no follow through. I'll say, oh look, we've got all these playlists here set up. You know, go through all the, you know, the terrorism stuff. You know, London Bridge, Matt Ratana Croydon, again, Liverpool Women's Hospital, other ones dotted around. You know what I mean? You know, things like in Streatham or Glasgow or Reading, like with the stabbings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? With the Islamic stuff or whatever. And it's like that's why I always bring up the little thing that I say when it comes to potty trained in logics. It's like, are you guys potty trained? Like, because this is like easy, basic, you know, easy stuff. Like basic, you know. One of them was it rudimentary? Like, is it rudimentary? Fuck, I can't remember. Excuse me. But hey, even if I got that wrong. My point is, it doesn't mean that I should get belittled if what is being presented or what I can bring to be present in the presentation has a lot of weight and magnitude. And it's not cartoons, it's there present in my reality. So, excuse me, burping. So, let me just quickly show you this. Is this person crazy? Are you taking the piss for even having this? What's this up here, Zach? Hello? What is that? Is that not the time lapse of Polaris? Now, I've pointed this out before, but let's get on his case again. Because as I say, you know, on this day, present day, I'll say it like that. You're no better than all those that you may call out. Or have called out, to be fair. You're no better than. I don't care if you're Scam Man, Dumbass Dan, High Impact Flicks, whoever, you're no better. And the fact that you've got the audacity that, as I say, how is my name not in the title of your video yet? Saying, right, you know what, let's just have a mature truce, whether with or without a moderator. You know what I mean? You're going like you got these kahunas. How comes you cannot? Yeah? And the other point is, even if you're not, because again, we don't profess to know everything over here, but my point is, like with the model or whatever the case, but my point is, there has to be some common ground in the midst of all of this. And this is the other thing that annoys me with, you know, your FTFEs or this and that. Yeah? There should be parts where you say, well, do you know what? Just how I've just explained the motions and what I'm about to get to. Because remember, centrifugal force and elliptical orbits is a thing. Yeah? So if you're going to tell me, oh, because of the size of the roundabout or merry-go-round in the children's park, because it's the size of the Earth, if you may, and 1,000 miles an hour is not going to be the same when you're on the outside of it because it's so big. I'll give you that. Fantastic. Or I'm not even nothing I'm giving you. Just I agree with you. That's just, that's how I was going to go in nature or whatever. You know. But because obviously smaller, if you put you on it, rev up a motorbike, you know what's going to happen. Yeah. So if you're doing all the corkscrewing, orbiting at 66.6 thousand miles an hour. Also, quickly, Earth tilt. Obviously, the ground we're on is not tilted. Yes, there's valleys and hills and crevices, whatever, you know. But it doesn't mean we're on a... Again, torus field is round. Does that mean that your body should be round like a basketball because the energy field is round? Again, atmosphere and all of that stuff, that's what's recycling. What does a torus field do? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. And again, you're a measurement of the universe, right? Macro, micro, so to speak. You have, I've already said it, torso, torus, aura, torus field of energy. Have you ever noticed the black and white lines going across your eyeballs in a dark room or when you're going to sleep? How about you pay attention to them and you will see the hyperboloid torus field doing its thing. Also, we can now have got the visualizer with the ferrocell. We can put you know, whatever magnet behind it, and because of the ferrocell fluid and the LED lights now, you can see the magnetism, the dielectric plane of inertia, which is what we walk on in the actual world. Fucking hell, tornado. They don't have to break down a tornado. You taking a piss? Again, this is a man that professes to be so smart, and we are retarded, as you're going to hear him going to say. With the in the present day video, yeah. So again, can we have some type of truce, mature discussion, or if you want to have a debate with or without a moderator, if you want it more than one up, so you can have it, so it's like, you know, 4 on 4, 5 on 5, you know, Royal Rumble and shit. But you can't be flapping your gums how you're flapping your gums, my friend. Or I can't even call you my friend. Can't deem you, you know what I mean? All I can say is fantastic for the Matrix script. But as you will say, know your place. And what you need to do is know your place in front of the mirror. Yeah? And say, do you know what? I'm a bit too cocky for my own good. I don't know everything. True earthers aren't saying that they know everything. You know, we've all been bombarded with, you know, by, you know, how much simultaneous by the myriad, yeah, ongoing every day, as I pointed out before, all these bullshit, you know, distorted arts, warped frequencies coming in from the gang. And this is one of the key things that they don't want for us to be connected. They want us to be disconnected. Now, I do get that situations like this and whatever else type of situation can allow one or people to no, it's nice to be able to get the heads up via looking on somebody, you know, with what they were doing, what they say, and obviously hindsight, you know what I mean? If you need to pull something up and say, hold on, you said that at that time, but now look at this, you know what I mean? Or whatever, you know, because obviously it allows you to find your tribe, right? Hence why, again, subgroups. So don't be hating on the subgroup, Zach. Just go and find your tribe. We're not here really. I'm not like trying to, you know, put you on a meme or like that, or the little thumbnail with the shithead, but you gotta go on now. You've got to go on there. You have to. Unless you change your stance, you must stay. Again, how reluctant I've been to make this very video right now. 3-4 months, because I'm not even in that. All of that, like, that's all long. Been long. So guys, excuse me for the extended intro, if you may. Because yesterday's one was 15, then I got into the video. But as I say, we're going to let this one play out. Or some of it. Again, if you want to watch it in its entirety, you know, go feel free to watch the video, or without pausing and stuff and me chin-wagging or whatever, feel free to do that, obviously. You may want to wear headphones for this video. Again, sometimes other people's volumes isn't the greatest when you're re-watching them, and I haven't got, you know, ways to up the volume with what we're looking at, so you may want to wear headphones for this section of the video if you haven't been already. Just giving you the heads up. Oh, and before we press play, just remember, He's talking about high IQ, and we only do one rotation a day. You're retarded. Yeah, but as I've already mentioned, the rest, right, and all the corkscrewing stuff. So back to this before we start, and then we're just going to analyze and try and distinguish what is the problem. Not with just this individual, as I say, the others as well. Again, we are focal pointing on Zach today, but it still spreads out wider to what's hard coded. As I say, can I go on, crack their code? Can I go on her channel? Am I still not going to find my video accompanying with her video with the Chinese girl that died? Was it Zombie Detective Zhang? Remember? It's like, you see what I'm saying? If you can't even do that minuscule, how are you even... And again, it's not about the person, it's about the message. And it helps other people to find somebody else, or other people that person might be subscribed to. And it doesn't mean that they're even gonna watch all of my stuff, or any. They may take to other people, but my point is, at least everybody gets the chance to be seen in the midst of big tech and suppression. So my point is, how much consistent videos? Yes, I'm echoing stuff. Yes, I put my own spin on, obviously my presentations and stuff. But yeah, we are echoing your work. Nothing wrong with that. Again, stop belittling people. We're echoing your work. That's one of the most honorable, mate. Listen. Listen. You need to pop that bubble on your head, brother. Your head's too big. Yeah? I think your head's too big. As I say, fantastic. You can persevere, with the bit of arrogance and ego and pride. Again, as I broke down many times, your sister put him down, or this and that, whatever. You know what I mean? Whoever it was. If it wasn't for that, then maybe we wouldn't have come to today to have the code that we have. As I say, people do know of ciphers and gematria from before Zach, but did anybody bring the code? Right. Exactly. So I want to hear nothing about, yeah? Again, the main message is bigger than sports. Yes, the horribleness what goes on with the dynamics of XYZ, but it's not all about making bets. There's a lot of variables going on. At the end of the day, this knowledge should be much more wider. People should be much more aware of this information. And the you-know-who should be like, shit, too many people know. But nobody cares. Again, don't look up. If you've seen the movie, don't look up. You still need to watch the rest of it. But again, the movie, don't look up. Netflix, don't look up. You've just got all these people. And again, it still also works for those that have an inkling some way, shape or form. But yeah, I didn't find that gematria, or I don't get it, or you know what I mean, or I haven't got the time, that's not my thing, or why am I going to show that to my subscribers? Again, these type of people do such an unjust, whether it's Mr. H Reviews, whether it's whoever all the ones numerous that I've tried to contact before. Yeah, James English, anything goes. Yeah, numerous. These people are catalysts for being a disservice. And it's like today when you see one of his last videos pop up. Well, not pop up, I ain't got it on notifications, but Mr. H. One of his last videos talking about Blade. Hold up. Yeah, he's talking about Blade and how many times it's been rewritten. How many times has the latest Blade film with Martial Art, whatever his name is, how many times has it been rewritten apparently? 33 times. Now, it could be organic, but is it really coming from the you-know-who's? I mean, this is Hollywood. 33. Get the flying you-know-what out of it. Unbelievable. So as I say, anyway. And this is the other reason why I'm coming so well, it's not that I haven't come neutral before. Obviously, sometimes I can be a bit more fired up. But again, it's not to put anybody like, you know, countering and, you know, we're trying to fight with Zach or, you know what I mean? We're supposed to have it. My point is, in this time, with the obvious wickedness that is roaming the land, you've got pedo princes that is now kings. So he's now a king pedo. Oh my god! Do you know what? I haven't even seen any pictures for it. But did it happen yesterday? Was there some major king thing going on? What was it? Coronation? What was going on yesterday? I haven't tuned in. And one of the bits of the news though, I saw something about they wanted people to come pledge your allegiance to the king. To some pedo. These times on Facebook, I'm seeing people put up pictures with Prince Charles. Who's he with? They got him with who is he with? Gary Glitter, Prince Charles. They had him with, who was the other one? Jimmy Savile. They got and another one, and I said, "Fuck, you know." Yo. Absolutely crazy. So my point is, with such obviousness, in the age of information, again, the sorting ground, Midgard, Earth. If you're up to speed, you know what I'm saying. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. It's absurd. It's so crazy that if you haven't worked out why nothing ain't gonna go to how it's supposed to go in all its obviousness. All the other day I see in the news, some new variant. Oh, they're urging people now to put masks back on. Really? Like, are you still like, and people are still entertaining it? That is the dub play. It's not if they're still doing it. People are still entertaining it. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, as I say, I don't want to come in too hot. Keep the jets cool. Because boy, as I say, why waste too much kilojoules? As I say, put out a great video the other day for Levi, missing Levi. Probably got over 3 channels, probably not even 40 views. Definitely not more than 50. Because one channel's got 22 views. So the other one probably got 10, maybe 12. It's like, wow. Certain videos that pop up, again, I will, what you may deem whatever worthy, obviously, because, each to their own. But my point is, you will see me put stuff from other people on my community wall posts or other places. Now, I know people may take to who they take to, but it's just, there's certain people though that's, earn their, more than earn their stripes, and they should be getting a little bit more exposure, and be approached, all this weird, in the time of social media and stuff, like all this weird, it's like people don't even know how to really talk, or at least be clear if, like, Rob, is there a problem? Did I say like what? Like, I don't, as I say, there's no need for me to be on somebody's live like Brother Batio or Sanchez the other day in his live stream. I asked him a specific thing. Oh, was you talking to me? Was that just me? Like, and as I say, you can even do a back chat, obviously, with stuff that people on the mainstream don't have to read or whatever, or hear. The man turns around and says, "Oh no, it's some secret society here, bro. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, bro, what kind of fraternity As I say, he must be swapping eggs, raw eggs, mouth to mouth. You little brother, you little brother Batio Sanchez. What is going on? Again, a man that makes music. He's currently making another, album. Probably sent the song remix enhanced version that I did to him probably 4 times. Got no acknowledgement. That's from making videos, messaging him on, different platforms, not just YouTube. Facebook, Messenger, Facebook itself. Huh? It's very strange and unnecessary, but then it makes sense. It makes sense. As I say, it's what's hard coded, whether they are paid to do it turbulence agents or not. And I know I'm kind of going around in circles. I don't just mean to just be tune ragging for 40 minutes, but hey, nobody watches videos. Nobody really cares what's being said or presented. And it totally makes sense for somebody like myself as of why. And I'm glad that I can somewhat start to articulate the problem. So at least somebody else is picking up on it. Some Tomish behavior, like that video that I reshared the other day from 7154. It's called The Bridge. Something like that. It's called The Bridge. And it shows how some Tomish an unnecessary Zach can be. Over months of documentation. However long it was, or 6 months to a year, whatever. Yeah? And he went going on like he didn't see something, but then he went on to mention something that would have came from what that person mentioned. Or how you mentioned it. I'm not saying that somebody can't think or maybe say something very similar to, you know what I mean? But my point is, let's just get this cracking, and we're just going to quickly see now, yeah? Do you know what? I'm not even going to pause that because I've said enough. So I'm just going to let it play and then I'll speak at the end. But first, I'm going to show this. Now you see how easy that body bag is? What an easy body bag. And how hypocritical or contradictory or contradicting is this guy on himself? How the hell can you have that as your banner? Or wherever else you have that. Time lapse of Polaris. Are you taking the piss? You don't make sense, bruv. Hello? That's not our reality. Here's the GIF, but in obviously it's not moving because it's still a picture. But again, hello, high IQ. Hello, Mr. Goblin. And any other goblin. And as I keep saying, not one of these individuals, McLooney aka McToon, Simon Dan, Scamman Dumbass Dan, or Scamman Ran, Professor Dave, FTFE Craig, Brother Batio Sanchez, Young Pharaoh, and another thing. Think about Young Pharaoh. Oh, I'm debate king. I've won every debate. He's somebody that's been running from Zach and me. You gotta be kidding me. So isn't it amazing? They all have this commonality between them. Like they're all stagnant. Yeah, they may bring great information. Brother Batio, this one, maybe not YP. we will leave him out. And obviously the you-know-who's, the Globlins. But, there's something wrong with these people. And I don't think they're going to be able to change their default. Not now. If they do, fantastic. Can you be mature? Again, as I say, debate, have some type of something. Like, you can't keep flapping your mouth like this and chatting your bullshit, bruv. You're taking the piss. And my point is, again, as I'm saying, just like Brother Batio, before I went on his live the other day, as I'm saying, when Young Pharaoh was on Sarnetta TV, and Brother Sanchez was on there, and Q Butter. How quick was Brother Sanchez to fire up a live with Young Pharaoh in the title? Like, you know, like that? Yeah? Because remember, the live stream on Sarnetis didn't go how Brother Sanchez wanted it to go or whatever. But my point is, isn't it funny? You can get FTFE in Brother Sanchez. You can get Zach, you know, even against or Brother Sanchez or Simon Dan, whoever. You can get this one, that one. How comes they can't? Because I've body bagged. That's why I already pointed out. That's why McLooney Tune and even FTFE, that's why they tried to bring in, oh, your mum. Like, why are you talking about my mum? Oh, your mum. And then McLooney Tune, oh, you live in the basement, in a trailer park. You know, all this just dumb shit. And then they bring in all these Zombieland hordes just coming in and chatting their bullshit. And it's like, are you guys really real? Or are you just like scripted bots? Like literally a script program? I know sometimes it must be, but damn, I mean, it literally is. These people are just, you know? Like, let's see this quickly. I left a reply comment to somebody on Facebook. It was to do with Proof and Eminem. So everybody's like, oh, Proof and blah, 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 and Eminem. So I left a recent video via Simple Truth TV, yeah? Because he's done a video on this day in history. And of course, it shows the same old same, right? Eminem killed Proof, yeah? And also, when you look through his family history, these peoples are Masons anyway, Eminem. Right, here we go. What does he say? So here he goes. He says, haha, so you want me to believe someone who doesn't know either of them over Eminem himself with his own words? I mean... I just left the laughing emoji. Do you know what? I'm gonna do a shake my head as well. Fucking retarded, man. I'm even gonna put Comanche Effect News. Yeah? Sorry guys, one moment here. See the difference? Fucking idiots, man. Sorry guys, I'm actually putting a bit more here now. Sorry. Let me turn off notifications. I do not want to know about this anymore. Yep, turn off notifications. Thank you. See ya. Bye. Not interested in what you've got to say. If you work it out, you work it out. If not, keep it moving. See ya. So, I mean, make it make sense, yeah? Because to be quite frank, mate, it's pretty embarrassing to have to just, you know, even do this. It's an embarrassment to humanity. It's an embarrassment to people that actually use their brain on so many levels. So let's just hear him out. As I say, I don't want to pause these videos, so we're just going to let him do his spiel, and then I'll get to the latest one. As I say, this one I'm only going to play about 5 minutes, and then the other one I'll play the majority. It's like the last 10 minutes of his live. And as I say, that one I may quickly go through a couple of points, but as I say, I've kind of said it all without having him speak and pause it. I should have kind of did it that way, but it's because I did it yesterday that way. I thought, do you know what? I didn't even know I was going to be. I thought I was just going to do a prig video for like 2-3 minutes, but it is what it is. So.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. I want to explain why there's nothing more pathetic than a flat earther. The entire flat earth...
And again, guys, remember what I said at the beginning. We're looking at mannerisms, like condescending, patronizing, know-it-all. I'm so brainy, mega mind and shit. He's got the mega mind. Like, he's the, end all be all. He's the, you know what I mean? He's his way or the highway type of attitude, yeah? And this is the other thing as well. I think this is the bit I was wanting to say earlier and I forgot at the beginning. But they will speak to people like myself or about us or whatever, or especially him, basically say, our problem's on the earth and blah, 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 what's going on? Who's leaving the earth? Just because you mentioned space or outer space or whatever's going on, or space agency, whatever, doesn't mean that we've forgotten where problems are and that we're in the midst of the same gang that's responsible for that spell casting, projecting that into your brain, yeah, and the rest of the multitude of spell casting that's going on. Like, don't be so tarded, as we will hear you go on to say shortly, yeah? Stop being so tarded. It's not a good look, even though you like to keep wearing the garments of it. I don't know why. You can't profess to be or go on like you're all of this and so smart and your IQ is so like, oh my goodness. Like it's breaking thresholds beyond belief. Again, nobody's knocking you for the code. Fantastic, brilliant. Yes, he's got a mind or aspects of his mind that, a lot of people should have. But then you've got also these other aspects. So it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And again, it's not just you. As again, I can bring other people showing you what's hard-coded in reality. And not one of these people have shown the other face yet. If they, or even if they have that specific face, of, oh yeah, shit, actually, let me be enthusiastic about XYZ. Shit, let me stop saying that now because actually it doesn't make sense. Even though I'm not fully on board with XYZ, but all the numbers or the true earth, actually, yeah, all those motions, that is a bit crazy. How can I have the Polaris as a time lapse? Idiot, moron, basic beast brainer, dumbass. When it comes to those aspects, because as I say, the 93 million miles away, Jesus dies on the 93rd day of the year. God's son, of course, propaganda and that equals 93. But my point is, again, he dies between the hours of 93. I mean, all the 93s. Surely, the sun's not 93 Brazilian miles away. I mean, shit, you keep saying it, as I already mentioned. Oh, the sun on average is... No, it's not. What part of on average 93 Brazilian miles away? Like, what in the world? Yin and yang, polar opposites. What part of that don't you get? And the polar opposites within yourself, obviously, as well, because it's all, it's all a mirror reflection and fractals of. Like, for fuck's sake. This is fucking ridiculous. Yin and yang, motherfucker. Sun and moon. If you're up to speed, you know why I said that. Because this is fucking absolutely ridiculous.
It is the same. There's no thinking going on within this community.
So again, mental health, mental illness, IQ, and all the other stuff that I've been saying, yeah?
True Seeker. I want to explain why there's nothing more pathetic than a flat earther. The entire flat earth community is the same. There's no thinking going on within this community. It's just a bunch of believers, and evidence has no bearing on them. Right here is all the evidence you would ever need that the earth isn't flat. Here you have a picture from the water of this city. And here you have a picture of this same city, but further away. This is approximately 30 miles away. And notice the difference. The stadium. You can just see the top. The base of these buildings. It's hidden. And why is this? It's because of perspective. When you're further
Right. Going into what he's about to say, where I've paused it, that part's correct. Yeah? Because obviously, if I was to break down, a long corridor or, lights going down the long road, like the lampposts and stuff like that, or somebody that walks away from you, basically, if you're low to the ground, basically, just like with the ships, it goes from the bottom up, from the hull. And as we know, all the street lights, or if you had a long corridor, obviously the corridor's not shrinking, or the lights that was above your head now they're below going down to your foot, doesn't mean that oh my god, another body bag. Yeah, that's probably why I've been speaking so long, because after hearing and listening with that one yesterday, it's like, do I even need to hear this guy speak on this subject anymore? Because you chat so much bullshit and the belittling is just so out of pocket, so unnecessary. So you're saying the lampposts are going round the curve now? Is that what you're telling me? The lampposts? The street lamps? Oh, God.
the stadium, you can just see the top, the base of these buildings. It's hidden. And why is this? It's because of perspective. When you're further away, due to the curvature of the earth, the base of these structures is hidden. These are simple things to understand, and they are definitive proof that the earth is curved. You can show this to people who believe the earth is flat all day, and they'll just dismiss it. Because in their mind, they've already decided the earth is flat. And it doesn't matter.
No, wrong.
Quote that you cannot convince a believer of anything. And the sad part about the flat earth belief is just how stupid it is. There is a million different ways to disprove the flat earth. From a sunrise to a sunset.
The sun doesn't rise. So you're telling me now the street lamps rise and set? Do the street lamps rise and set, Zachary? Is that what you're telling me? Do the street lamps rise and set? Or is the sun just going across your head on its, on its trajectory path that's laid out via the fucking torus field lines, and obviously one that is, quantum locked to, if you may, if you know about quantum locking, yeah? So obviously it's in the hourglass bit and it's doing the figure 8, like the fucking moon. Again, all what I'm talking about can be can be shown and proved, and it has been already. There's no green screen glitches with what I will show. There's no, yeah.
Observations such as this, to the fact that opposite hemispheres see different constellations of stars.
Cogs of the watch, torus fields together. It's not that hard to understand, is it? It really isn't that hard.
Because we're on a sphere. If we were on a flat plane, we'd all be looking up at the same sky.
And also the horizon, see, because you've got, obviously the horizon line is fake, because obviously it's always going to change as you go so far closer, or every step, you know what I mean? Say it's always going to be, for example, 20 miles, so to speak, or whatever. But, oh my God. Because they had a great discussion on what you just mentioned recently, maybe about 2 weeks ago, on Brother Batio's channel, Brother Batio's channel. Can't remember which one of them. But, all what you're saying is just, come on, man.
And there's a lot more ways, which I've covered in the past. Since 2015, when the Flat Earth PSYOP broke, I've put out
That I've got to quickly say again. Sorry to keep stopping it, because it's just so annoying. Obviously, they've done the reverse psychology, but then weaponize it, yeah? It's that simple. They know it. They know some people's catching on to it. Then they said, you know what? Let's weaponize it, and then we'll use it to, suppress people and go on like they're crazy. These times, we're supposedly the crazy morons and idiots and whatever this guy term will say. But yet, how comes we don't hear him talking about people waiting in the flipping forest, waiting for a Sasquatch? Because that's been going on for decades upon decades now. Where is a Sasquatch, mate? Has anybody found one yet? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So what's this whole war and rage on True Earthers? Not to mention all the great things that come with the tiny bit of understanding True Earth. What comes with that? Because there's probably like 5 to 10 major things that come with understanding True Earth. So shut the fuck up.
This videos exposing the nonsense of Flat Earth. And the reason I've spent so much time exposing it is because it is one of the most detrimental things to the truth community. Sadly, it has taken a lot of you. Last year around this time, when I put out about 10 straight videos exposing the Flat Earth, I lost like 5,000 subscribers out of whatever I had at the time, around 50,000. And I didn't care, because I was saying in those videos, look, if you believe in the Flat Earth, I'd rather not have you around. I don't want dumb people following this work. I don't want dumb people being...
Again, it's not a belief. It's factual evidence. Again, none of us profess to know it all, but clearly we're not hurtling through the cosmos. And again, when I was in school, we was taught we orbited the sun. So we span on the axis, we orbited the sun. And again, what's tilted on its axis is obviously the torus field. Did I mention that before, maybe at the start? But I'll quickly say it again. Again, what's tilted on its axis isn't the actual ground or the supposed, ball Earth or even the flat Earth. It is the torus field energy that is tilted on its axis. Yeah? That's what they're talking about, what's tilted on its axis. Not the ground you're walking on.
With my work, I don't want you sharing gematria.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, so it's not a belief. Yeah, we're in fact zone. Yeah, it's a fact. We're not moving. Before we get to what shape or distances, why can we see stuff too far or whatever, infrared camera lens and all that type of stuff. Can we deal with at least? Are we doing all this hurtling and motions? Again, when I was in school, we only went orbited around the sun. So we spun and we done the orbit with the 66,000 miles an hour. We spun on the axis 1,000 miles an hour. Then 15 years after I left school, they brought in, it was around 2005, they brought in, we're now corkscrewing through the cosmos. I didn't think anything extra about it. I'm like, well, they know what they're doing. And I didn't even think that at the time. It's just, you're just instantly already just with, because you've been groomed and molded. But as I say, I don't know if this guy is a paid-to-do-it turbulence agent or it's just, the security guards in his consciousness and the cognitive dissonance and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because this is just absolutely ridiculous. And as I say, how is it you keep running and there's still no, nice neutral waving a flag video say, actually, do you know what? Let's get these lot on. Fuck it. Dr. Savage, come on. Let's just have a mature discussion, etc. If we need a moderator, fuck it. Let's get Audio Oracle in. You know what I mean? Why? Because you're a fucking pussy-hole. And pussy-holes like you aren't the real leaders. Yeah? You aren't the real leaders. Yeah, you may have that type of showing and, I'm about this and bringing people together. But as I say, even through the little bits of what you don't do, then that shows me on the bigger picture of the whole masses of why nothing ain't going how the fuck it's supposed to be going. So again, suck your mum and fuck you. I will retract those statements if... You know what the if is, right? Also, did you ever receive the song? As a matter of fact.
Listen to the language. That's what I hate too. People are so worried about language. Again, look it up. Intelligent people tend to cuss more. That's also a fact. Intelligent people tend to cuss more. And you know why we're so frustrated and venting and cussing? Because we have to live in a world full of fucking retards. You have no idea how frustrating it is to live in a world of lemmings. You have no idea. You have no idea.
Just thought I'd quickly play that for the irony of it all, you know what I mean? Living in a world full of lemmings. Well, you definitely show aspects of one yourself, mate, so let's keep it moving.
Sharing gematria and flat Earth with people. I don't want dumb people following this work. I don't want dumb people being associated with my work. I don't want you sharing gematria and flat Earth with people because they're just gonna automatically throw away my research.
No, that's not true.
Because you're telling
No,
them
it's not.
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not. You're chatting shit again. You're chatting. Oh my god! Do you know what? Yeah, this guy, he needs to allow it, man. And as I said, do you know what? As I can't even. It's just all this time. If you want to watch the rest of that, watch the rest. Fuck's sake. Let's just catch the ending of this.
Of what it takes to go out. Shout out to Barbara. But
There's my message
Yeah,
that turned up the next day, so it came back. Of course, you know. Of course, you know. There's no nothing from Zach. No responses. You know, there's no liking or hearting the comment. Obviously not. I mean, yeah. That says it all right here. Yeah. So let's now hear him for this last little piece. Now we'll just hear him out, and then see you when I see you.
there's people out there.
Oh, and of course, this is part of Weasel Wednesdays, Turd Brain Thursday. I totally forgot to say that. Weasel Wednesdays, Turd Brain Thursdays. Oh, mate. Even though I might put this out the day before because it is on Tuesday. Do you know what? I'll just save it for tomorrow. Or tonight, midnight, so it's official.
Care. It's just we got to find more people who care, you guys. I mean, people should appreciate what we just did and everywhere else.
Sorry. I paused the video by mistake.
Yeah, I know there's people out there that care. It's just we got to find more people who care, you guys. I mean, people should appreciate what we just did in Los Angeles and everywhere else. I mean, do people not respect the work ethic? Do you know how hard it is to fly back and forth long distances, pound pavement city to city, be up early in the morning, out all night, just get it done day after day? You know? I mean, there should be way more people who respect what we're doing. There's not a lot of people in the world who have what it takes to go out and confront a bunch of sports fanatics in major cities. You know, a lot of these supposed truth channels don't even have it in them to put their real name or face out there.
Again, of course, I did have my face out there before, but as I say, I don't know why I stopped, but it is what it is. As I say, I'd rather just keep how I'm doing so you can just see the presentation rather than be a Adam, aka the illusion, where it's just like, oh, look at me type of thing and listen to what I'm saying and talking all this bullshit about, you know, probably about raptures coming any minute. Yeah, of course a rapture's coming, mate. Fucking hell. Broke that down. It's individuals, each individual individually with 144,000 to do with the chakras and stuff. Anyway. I was looking for a comment.
Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. Paula's whipping up spells in the kitchen. Thank you. Hey, this guy right here, I'm gonna put his name up on the screen. He put up. I mean, this is another guy who's just so sore that people don't agree with him on the shape of the Earth. His whole dilemma is what shape the Earth is, not about what's going on Earth, but the shape of the Earth. But this guy who I just put up, he put up a challenge. He said, let's create a better gematria community than Zach and do better. All the people you put on there, like, what do you guys have to show for yourself? All of you copy my work. You all learn from me. None of you have any experience going out and speaking publicly. So,
not true. Do I document all the time or people that I spoke to in the last how many years now? When it comes to XYZ? Might not have a speaker or a megaphone there. You're doing it how you're doing it, but I spoke to more than enough people just when I'm going to the shop or, you know, listen, man. So that's false.
instead of like trying to slander online, why don't you go out and pound pavement in whatever the big city is in your town, and let's see what it looks like when you're screaming out that the Earth is flat, and everyone should get behind the flat Earth. Okay.
For fuck's
I
sake,
mean,
hold up. I want you to see
on Earth,
the
but
mannerisms.
But this guy who I just put up, he put up that people don't agree with him on the shape of the Earth. His whole dilemma is what shape the Earth is, not about what's going on Earth, but the shape of the Earth. But this guy who I just put up, he put up a challenge. He said, "Let's create a better gematria community than Zach and do better." All the people you put on there, like, what do you guys have to show for yourself? All of you copy my work. You all learn from me. None of you have any experience going out and speaking publicly. So instead of like trying to slander online, why don't you go out and pound pavement in whatever the big city is in your town, and let's see what it looks like when you're screaming out that the Earth is flat, and everyone should get behind the flat Earth.
Yeah, look at the facials.
Okay, I mean,
No.
a lot of people don't know their place.
He's so correct.
Yeah,
like, look at the face, you know. Watch the face.
Why don't you go out and pound pavement in whatever the big city is in your town, and let's see what it looks like when you're screaming out that the Earth is flat, and everyone should get behind the flat Earth.
Watch it. Look at it.
Okay, I mean, a lot of people don't know their place, but
Look
yeah,
at him.
and again, it's not even arguing about the shape of the Earth. It's just, it's pathetic that some people think that arguing about the shape of the Earth is what we need right now, rather than the agendas that are going on Earth. And
When it's part of the fucking agendas, man. Like, do you know how annoying? And as I keep saying, just like Brother Batio and these type of characters, do you know how damaging that is to what you say you're actually about? Hence why I just destroyed you with the fucking back banner with the time lapse, idiot.
So anyway, but yeah, a lot of you guys also need to check yourselves and realize you're not going to do it. That's why you're not even courageous enough to put your name or face on the screen. Again, reality check. Take the reality pill, not the red pill.
No, you take the actuality pill, and the actuality pill shows that we are stationary and not doing all this crazy stuff, regardless of what shape it may or may not be. I'm on about right now. Motions destroy the Jesuit order idiot-centric model, yeah, and its construct box. Why are you still in that construct box of thinking, sir? What type of high IQ is it? All like I don't like. I don't know. I don't know if you can measure IQ with intelligence. Should that be separate? Because obviously we could take the same test. You know that you may or may not have seen that meme, or there might be a saying that goes with it that I don't actually know. But you can't expect test everybody with the same test and then deem everybody stupid with those that didn't get the test. You know what I mean? Maybe they might excel in a different way, but with the same test or a different test, and those lot that you thought was so high and mighty like yourself, you fail. But only that, come on. If you see what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's just pathetic and unnecessary, man. Shut the fuck up with this bullshit, man. As I say, I'm supposed to be an ally, which I can easily be, but come on, man. Then you wonder why, as I've been saying, we get the subgroups. Huh? Why is there subgroups forming? I wonder why. They're just trying to be better. No, we're not trying to be, or that type of better, as I already mentioned, like football teams or some fucking, school playground squabbling. No, it's not actually that. Honesty, integrity, and authenticity. Yeah, with where the truth takes you. How can you be a truth seeker and you don't go where the truth takes you? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Obviously, if there was nothing to said subject or whatever it is, then fair enough, fantastic. But clearly there is, isn't it? And scumbags like you are the ones that allow it. Unfortunately, you allow this bullshit to perpetuate and continue, and then the domino effect on other people. You know what I mean? Others that follow him now. Otherwise, now imagine if he was putting it together like how I'm putting it, with the obviousness which he never says, as I pointed out before, and even today. How many people would that allow to see? Oh yeah, of course. Oh yes, of course. And then in the tourist fields of the 93s, of course. The figure eights, the hourglass. Of course that makes sense. The atmosphere. I mean, really? You don't have none of this coming this month, and you ain't never seen or ever will see him or anybody else put up a video to counter anything that I'm saying today or before or after. You won't see it. They run like fucking cockroaches, mate. I come with the light now, the real illumination of light. Yeah, you came with a little torch, don't get it twisted, but see, you fucked up. You haven't got the illumination fully, or you're not allowing your followers, etc., in that sense, your subscribers, whatever, to gain more illumination of what needs to be. You're just keeping people in the dark ages. You're a dickhead, like other people. Fuck you.
The reality pill is, you're not doing anything. What you should be doing is supporting yours truly, the person who does it, the person who has a platform. How many of you guys are on freetofindtruth.com, the platform I pay $1,000 a month for, that's censorship free, that gives you a nice quality app?
Again, not knocking for that or anything, you know what I mean, or pounding pavement or nothing like that. As I say, there's other aspects that I'm always going to have a thumbs up for, and then there's other aspects that have been going on for way too long that it's just a standard thumbs down. Yeah, it's just a standard thumbs down.
Platform to post content, share, connect. Okay, I don't know anybody else that's spending $1,000 a month on an awesome social media website. I've been doing it for 4 years. I don't know anybody else that goes out and speaks and brings people out. I don't know anybody else that figured out this knowledge. Again, I feel like if we're having a contest here for #1 truth speaker, I feel like second place is way, way behind. I feel like it's not even close to a race. It's a marathon where I won the race by hours. So if I'm wrong, show me where I'm wrong. And for all you guys who can't support and see that I'm right, figure out where we're not connected, So anyway, we'll leave it there, you guys. Enjoy the day. Thank you to everyone who comes on board and supports. All of you guys who don't support, I guess just enjoy watching the world just continue to crumble and go downhill. And I'm not guaranteeing that you get behind and support what I'm doing. We're going to fix the world, but I don't know what other movement has the potential to fix the world. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anybody else who's bringing the knowledge, the facts, and the ability to get people to think about what's going on. When we were out in California, we made a lot of people think about what's going on. And it's going to take bigger numbers out there to change more minds, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build more people to support the work and get behind us.
Britain, beans on toast.
We're trying to build more people to support the work and get behind us. All of you guys who spam things like in caps, all we know, though, is we're not spinning on a ball. You guys sound so... I mean, I gotta help you guys out. You sound like, literally, you sounded tarded, man. You sound tarded. We're not on a spinning ball. All of you guys who spam things like in caps, all we know, though, is we're not spinning on a ball. You guys sound so... I mean, I gotta help you guys out. You sound like, literally, you sounded tarded, man. You sound tarded. We're not on a spinning ball. We're on a big-ass thing that supposedly makes one full rotation per day. That's not... Imagine a basketball spinning on a guy's finger where it makes one rotation over 24 hours. Flat earthers are like spinning tennis balls at 5,000 revolutions per second and saying, how come the water's not flying off the earth like that? It's like, is that a similar comparison?
Yeah. So, what happened to the rest of the rotations and motions there, sir? Do you not know your own idiot-centric model, sir? Why do you have that as your banner, sir?
Being dumb, you're not aware. There should be a way to tell, like a home pregnancy test type thing. Some shit you take it home and you lick it and you go, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Shit! What the fuck is this? It's broken. Dudes would never believe it. Idiots would be fucking boxes stacked to the ceiling. Liar! Cocksucker! No! That's a part of being dumb. You're not aware. There should be a way to tell, like a home pregnancy test type thing. Some shit you take it home and you lick it and you go, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Shit! What the fuck is this? It's broken. Dudes would never believe it. Idiots would be fucking boxes stacked to the ceiling. Liar! Cocksucker! No!
Wake your ass up.
All of you guys guys who spam things like in caps, all we know, though, is we're not spinning on a ball. You guys sound so... I mean, I gotta help you guys out. You sound like, literally, you sounded tarded, man. You sound tarded. We're not on a spinning ball. We're on a big-ass thing that supposedly makes one full rotation per day. That's... I mean...
And remember, I already, you know... Again, does what he's saying nullify centrifugal force and elliptical orbits the same way I already pointed out? Does a maths equation like how Craig FTFE aka Fight the Flat Earth comes out and says, as he was even speaking back to me in his live and then I made a video about it, does that nullify? And again, has he made a follow-up video to counter what I've said? Of course he can't. Why can't he? I wonder why. Because what you follow is tarded, fanciful bullshit, Jesuit order, construct crap. Again, we know they like to, you know, polar opposites, working opposites, you know, hermeticism, black and white. Of course, they love the checkerboard, you know, the chessboard, checkerboard, and the Masonic lodges. Yeah? Again, moving, not moving, round, flat. I wonder, yeah, the author of confusion, you know, Satan, demons, etc. Yeah, they like to work in opposites. They say it's moving and we're on a round ball, but yet it seems that we're stationary and flat. Yes, there is hills and crevices, but I mean, come on, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's not... Imagine a basketball spinning on a guy's finger where it makes one rotation over 24 hours. Flat earthers are like spinning tennis balls at 5,000 revolutions per second and saying, how come the water's not flying off the earth like that? It's like, is that a similar comparison? It's not similar at all. Why is there day and night? Why is everything else in the sky spherical? You guys can't answer the most simple question.
Small and local, man. Small and local. If I got a flashlight right in your face in a corridor, you won't see me behind the flashlight type of thing, yeah? You just all the light. All right, now let me walk all the way down the corridor with the, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Is it still going to be bright all the way back up a mile-long corridor? No, it's not, because the sun is small and local. It's not ridiculously big. Again, that's to make you cower in your consciousness, whether you're into scriptures or not. That's all that's for. The priesthood and the government stuff, the merger and the fake charlatans, so to speak, yeah? It's all a system of control. And as I say, you people are the ones that make shit movement stagnant, and then you go on and you wonder why, whether you actually know or not, because that's what we're trying to distinguish here. As I say, on one front, you've got all this, oh yeah, get together, but then how are you silencing and not even, you can't even fire up a live stream? With all the live stream you lot can fire up and put names in the title and, all right, let me, or whether you're being more friendly. It's absolutely disgusting, man. As I've pointed out how many times, so.
Ideas that are just illogical and so easily debunked. You see opposite star formations from opposite hemispheres. How's that work on a flat earth? I can't believe we're getting into this, but anytime you bring up anything, you always have a pack of flat earth trolls, and that's pretty much what the flat earth community is. Trolls. You know,
wrong.
They don't know anything about anything. It's like total Dunning-Kruger effect.
Oh.
Nothing they say makes sense.
Okay.
Nothing they say holds up. They're all mathematically incompetent.
Okay, yep, cool.
God, it's
all right.
embarrassing.
So. Remember what we're analysing here, you know? Remember what we're analysing. All them little points that I said before, yeah? And he's got the cheek to be calling people the definition of, you know, mental illness. Crazy.
Look at this. I mean, it's just embarrassing. Why is moonlight cold? Well, guess what, moron? It's not. Moonlight's not cold. God, it's listening to the man in the dress, Eric Dubé. It's amazing how so many morons just repeat the lies that have been put out there by the flat earth tard community. NASA doesn't mean deceive in Hebrew. Moonlight isn't cold. Water doesn't always maintain its level. Water can take on any shape. How come everything every flat earther says is false? Oh, but if you measure in the shade next to a tree, it's actually colder than out in the moon, or it's warmer than the moonlight. Yeah, that's because it's under shelter. It's under the shelter of the tree, which preserves warmth. Anyway, I don't, it's just, God, it's just, this is why we're, you guys, this is why we're fucked, okay? They can't even figure out that Google made the flat earth thing viral in 2015 to fuck up the whole truth community. when knowledge was coming on like mine. People are finally starting to pull their head out of their ass about 9/11 and what was going on with all the censorship and shootings. Everyone's starting to finally wake up, and then, oh, here comes the flat earth community to make us all look like morons.
As I say, it was reverse psychology where they know what they're talking has got truth in there, and then they obviously allowed it to blow up, just like with your Pizzagate crap, and then had the fake person go to, you know, cause a shootout, or however it went. I can't remember how exactly it went, but I'm sure somebody took a gun to the pizza place or whatever, you know, some truther, or yeah. So as we know, this is all weaponizing, you know, systematic stuff that they do on purpose. And it's not always, as I say, that type of reverse psychology, but this one is, yeah? This one actually is. Can't even remember. Does this guy believe in the moon landing? I'm sure he doesn't believe in the moon landing, if I remember correctly. Am I wrong about that? My point is, if there wasn't so many holes to talk about, then we wouldn't be having the discussion, because the idiot-centric model would be fine and sound and dandy, legit. But it isn't. There's too many holes, motherfucker. What is your fucking problem, mate? There's too many holes. And again, you're not meant to maybe understand or know everything, and etc. etc. Yeah, there's always going to be some wonder about something. Yeah, that's how, as I've come to realize, and other people, that's how, if anything, these places are set up. Maybe it would all just collapse if you know, found it all out, or certain of the mysteries. You know what I mean? But anyway, me trying to close this out. Hopefully this video stops, man. Oh, nearly 90 minutes. Do you know what? I don't even want to go anymore. Yeah, again, if you want to watch the rest of this, just go and watch it. As I say, he's just going to go on to talk about how high his IQ is, all this type of stuff. It's like, I want to risk it. It's only a couple minutes. Sod it, let's risk it.
God, and still harping on about flat earth. Ooh, it's just like, oh my God, these people are so fucking dumb, man.
Oh, we're so dumb. Yeah, of course we are.
God, exactly. Flat Earth out of Zion City. And here's Brandon D, who actually has a brain, who came out and helped us in LA and who's been helping for a lot of years and who's met a sweet lady in the community. Exactly. Flat Earth out of Zion City. Google put up all the false measurements to help out the flat earthers in their little quick Google searches. Google made this thing viral. Still can't figure it out. Jesuits made the ball earth viral. Again, I know you fell off your bike and cracked open your head and nearly died a few years ago. But again, you're a moron, okay? Jesuits didn't come up with the ball earth theory. False. They came up with a heliocentric model that said the sun's at the center of...
It's the same fucking gangs. I don't care what name, faction, contingency of whatever, or before they got whatever name established, whatever, Jesuit, Freemasonic, this one, that one. It's all the same fucking gang on that twisted, you know, megalomania of, as I say, distortion and confusion. That's it. Yeah? Whether it's Copernicus, this one, that one, whoever the fuck, man. Fussing over fucking names. Or a specific, like, what the fuck? What in the world? Unbelievable.
What you playing?
The sun's at the center of it all. Well, it finally, they didn't even come up with it either. They finally accepted it in the 16th century. There's no doubt that all that stuff's connected. But it still doesn't mean the earth is flat. Okay?
Are we moving, hurtling through the cosmos and doing all the other stuff? Huh? Why have you got that time lapse that can only work on a stationary plane of existence? Idiot! Moron! Basic beast brainer. Fucking idiot.
Notice their model works, right? They know exactly when eclipses will happen, exactly when conjunctions will happen. It's all perfectly timed out by this model. So the model exists. It doesn't mean the model's wrong. Again, they might have brought all the knowledge and understanding and put it together in a perfect system that's being used against us every day. It doesn't mean the system's false. It's like going, oh, the Jesuits created gematria, I mean, you know, they created a system that works every day, doesn't it? The system works. I mean, that's what we need to acknowledge. Their system makes sense. They got language, dates, zodiac, all of it synced up.
It's all part of the matrix. or you know, the house within the organic house of the universe. So obviously you've got that matrix, and then you've got the in-house matrix via the Jesuit. Yeah. Yeah, of course it's meant to run like a well-oiled machine. That's the whole fucking point. Hence why they're just kicking back now. They're not up and down fucking sequestering this and that and fucking raping and pillaging. You know what I mean? And fucking, you know what I mean? And then oh, cha. Like, for fuck's sake. The hell? Ridiculous, man.
It's proving how clever it is every single day we're decoding it. So why are we taking the stance that it's got to be false? Some things are lies, not all things. Again, too many people have this total black and white worldview. It's
Yeah, but
either
you,
all this or
yeah,
it's
but
all-
then you don't know how to spit out the bones. And my point is, you can't even have a fucking common ground to at least say, shit, we're definitely not doing all this hurtling and moving. And it is funny that they brought in the corkscrewing only like 20 years ago, when you was in school and when I was in school, even though we're probably like maybe 10 years difference, 9 years, 10 years difference between me and Zach. You gotta be fucking kidding me. As I say, you're about the same age as Brother Sanchez. As I say, I got time on both of you motherfuckers. As I say, not that that matters. Doesn't mean, oh, I'm listening. Oh, you must listen to me and I'm wiser or nothing like that. It's just saying you gotta be fucking kidding me. Especially not to address or even come correct, as I said before, and say, oh shit, I didn't realise, man. Sorry, I got so caught up in whatever else I was doing. Shit, yes, I did receive the song. Nice one. Again, I don't care if you like the song or not. It's just acknowledgement that you receive it. How hard is that? You can't even get that from these motherfuckers. So what the fuck does that tell you? Why no bridges connect? Brother Batio won't have no, you know, as I say, monthly review from a Gamuntria, you know, somebody that's on it. Whether it's Zach, whether it's Call Me Kidfolk, whether it's me, whether it's Simple Truth TV, whether it's Jacozy. Like, what the flying fuck is that about? There's something wrong with you people. And I'm glad I can detect it and articulate it so much, and how somewhat, excuse me, and you guys just expose yourself anyway. Probably to allow me to. That's my point. It's fucking ridiculous. As I say, you need to go and take a look at your own self in the fucking mirror and pack in this fucking stance and bravado that you've got, mate. And other ones as well. You're all fucking cunts, man.
that. No, you got to look at what's real, what isn't. Okay? You can't explain an eclipse on a flat Earth model. It's impossible. I mean, look at you guys with your flat Earth models. You got like, see, the sun's going here and the moon's going here. So it's like, okay, so when would an eclipse ever happen on that? How come if the sun and the moon... I mean, you guys, if the sun and the moon are moving around a flat Earth, some people are going to witness a sunrise in the north. Some are going to witness a sunset in the south. Does that ever happen anywhere on Earth? No, it always rises in the east and sets in the west.
Again, the sun doesn't rise, moron.
Again, it's just like there's so many ways to just say, oh, here, the flat Earth model is totally false. This doesn't make any sense. You know, with a moon going around... I don't want to get into it, guys. I've done it too many times, but it's just so pathetic that there's always flat Earth retards hanging around. Don't have anything. It's like, did you just watch the video I put out, moron? This is awesome information that exposes what the fuck's going on in the world. Moron in the chat. Oh, but Zach still can't see that it's not a spinning ball. It's like, okay, retard. Realize my IQ's probably close to 100 points higher than yours. That's why I figured out what I figured out, and that's why you're following me. And you don't know shit about shit, but you just regurgitate what Eric Dubé, who wears a dress, says, and then mimic my work, and then try to... I mean, again, people don't know their place. Low IQs are into flat Earth theory, okay? Low IQs are into the flat Earth. People who are intelligent, they're into what I'm putting out, because they can discern between facts and proof and things that build each day versus models that make no fucking sense.
Right. In the comments, please let me know what you think about my discernment, just in entirety, you know, things that I talk about, etc., etc. Just please let me know, yeah? And then obviously to what he's saying with his stance, yeah? Will be interesting if I get some comments. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to watch, you know, the last couple... Oh, it's only a minute. Fuck it. Oh, do you know what? Let's just hear it.
That don't add up, that are easily debunked. All right. All right.
All right, that's it
We'll leave
anyway.
it there for now.